Greetings, YouTube. Welcome back to the channel. I have a lot of series that I enjoy doing on this channel. In fact, I've lost track of how many series I do on this channel. But this man single-handedly, for the most part, has his own series on the channel where he takes a champion, maybe they're middle tier, maybe they're trash tier, maybe they're just kind of like pretty good, and he thinks, how can I make them great? So the question is, how can we make OG Spider-Man, classic Spider-Man, Tobey Maguire, unless some of you say he's the Andrew Garfield version. I don't know. Maybe he's the 90s Spider-Man version. How can we make him God tier or at least close to God tier? Well, this man follows the MCOC format of developer notes and takes it to the next level. He put so much time into these that it is an honor to be able to feature his work on my channel. So, we've got the bio, and look, he spent time typing it up, but I feel like in order to save you time, you can pause it and read it yourself. You know who Spider-Man is. We're going to move on to the abilities section of this video. Spider-Man's mechanic. So, first off, his basic abilities, guaranteed critical hits. Kind of reminds me of like the special 2 of Symbiote Spidey. Spider Sense, great power, great responsibility. Spider-Man is your friendly neighborhood hero who has got his OG Spider Sense and the ability to hit the opponent with guaranteed critical hits when they are suffering from an armor break. He's also all about building his combo to get some insane juicy bonuses. Oh no! Did Peter just get hit? Well, no worries about that because Spider-Man's special attacks gain special bonuses if he has ever lost his combo in a fight. His Awaken ability also rewards his sacrifices by, oh no! There's a lot of oh no's in this. I am not telling about it right now. See, he's got humor too, YouTube. Read on and you'll get to know with some devil emojis. Strengths. Critical hit control. Spider-Man cannot land critical hits naturally. However, while an armor break is active on the opponent, he lands guaranteed critical hits. This allows him to control when he wants critical hits and when he doesn't. Now that's really cool. Kind of reminds me a little bit of like Crossbones or Guillotine 2099. Immunity to ability accuracy modification. Spider-Man is immune to ability accuracy modification, thus ensuring that he can inflict his debuffs and gain benefits whenever he desires, whether the opponent likes it or not. I don't think the opponent would like it anyway. It's the most humor you've put into one of these. I'm loving this. Weaknesses, purify and armor break immunity. If the opponent can purify his armor break or is immune to it, Spider-Man is stuck with white, dull numbers for good. Reverse controls. Your friendly neighborhood hero can and will evade whenever he desires, but all that goes to waste if something else controls him. If Spider-Man is inflicted with any effect that reverses his controls, his Spider Sense shuts down for 8 seconds, thus stopping his evade abilities. I will say, one of the only annoying things about Spider-Man, well, I guess maybe one of the annoying things, is you can't, as a parry player, you can't parry when his Spider Sense evades. So I like that about some of the other Spider-Man, how you're not randomly evading and messing up your parry timing. Passive. Spider-Man is immune to ability accuracy modification, nullify, stagger, and fate seal. Spider-Man is also immune to reverse controls, but each time he fails reverse controls on himself due to his immunity, his Spider Sense goes on cooldown for 8 seconds. Spider-Man's Spider Sense gives him a 15% chance to evade all attacks and remains active at all times unless shut down by the above-mentioned ability. Evade chance increases to 100% against unblockable attacks. This evade does not trigger while blocking. Spider-Man's evade abilities cannot be failed by any means. This ability does not trigger against size, non-mystic, psychic, shielding champions. Unless specified, armor breaks remove an armor up buff and reduce armor rating by 5% for 4 seconds for a max stack of 5. Against mystic champions, armor breaks ignore debuff immunity, armor break immunity, and armor shatter immunity. While an armor break is active on the opponent, Spider-Man inflicts guaranteed critical hits. However, Spider-Man cannot inflict critical hits naturally. Spider-Man reduces damage taken from sources other than hits and debuffs by up to 90% based on stored power. That's cool. Spider-Man stores 75% of his combo as persistent charges when knocking out the opponent of a max of a 999. Developer note the ability of damage reduction mentioned just above is so much useful for tons of annoying nodes such as close encounters, no retreat, and starburst. Great power, great responsibility. Spider-Man gains benefits and his opponent the demerits based on the mechanism active. Great power, switch to great power either After landing a heavy attack or the second medium attack in a combo, Spider-Man gains the following benefits based on the number of hits in his combo meter. 5 hits gain 1% increase in the attack rating for each hit in his combo meter. Max 500% increase. 20 hits gain an indefinite precision buff. Crit rating goes up by 500. 50 hits gain indefinite cruelty buff. In other words, Spider-Man can be a Labyrinth of Legends or an Abyss of Legends option for long fights. 75 hits gain indefinite fury buff. 100 hits striking an opponent with armor break grants Spider-Man unstoppable passive. 200 hits unblockable. 500 hits gain plus 100% increased ability accuracy. 1,000 hits gain an indefinite combo shield passive, preventing Spider-Man from losing his combo when struck by one. Combo shield for 1,000 hits is pretty dang high. This combo shield does not get used up under any circumstances. Great responsibility. Switch to great responsibility either after evading an attack using his Spider Sense evade or the 4th light attack in a combo. I don't know how I feel about that, because if you evade an attack and you don't want great responsibility, isn't that forced upon you? Am I reading that wrong? Maybe I am. The opponent gains the following demerits based on the number of hits in Spider-Man's combo meter. 5 hits, 0.1% decrease in attack rating. 20 hits, indefinite fatigue debuff. 50 hits, indefinite petrify debuff. 75 hits, indefinite concussion. 100 hits, slow. 200 hits, power drain. 500 hits, inaptitude. 1,000 hits. Again, 1,000 hits is just, how many fights are you going to do 1,000 hits? I feel like I would almost cut these in half if I had feedback. 1,000 would be max 500. 75 would be like 40. 20 would be 10. I guess 5 you'd have to keep. Spider-Man goes bonkers at a very high combo. That's right, kiddies. Patience is the key. It's your choice to choose what you want depending on the circumstances, either for a huge increase in damage or a chance to go indestructible. Oh, and while switching modes, the combo is not removed. That's good to know. Heavy attacks inflict an armor break debuff. If the heavy attack is landed successfully, the opponent is inflicted with a taunt passive lasting 8 seconds. Taunted opponents have their attack rating reduced by 40%, and their chances of landing a special attack are increased by 90%. Deliver note, this attack ensures that Spider-Man is able to land guaranteed critical hits freely. The taunt passive comes handy in many situations when it ensures Mr. Sinister does not play calm. Special 1, a dish of punches with a side of web shooters. This attack inflicts a stun passive lasting 2 seconds. If Spider-Man has ever lost his combo due to any reason, the stun passive lasts 4 seconds. Even with a special, even non-skilled players will be able to make it easy work of opponents. But doesn't have much of a damage. If you want that, check out the Special 2. In the Special 2, the Swing Set Smacker. Look at that alliteration. Inflict a fracture debuff lasting 10 seconds. When a hit is landed on either champion, fractured opponents take a burst 2,315.8 damage. If Spider-Man has ever lost his combo due to any reason, inflict 2 additional fracture debuffs. In short fights, this is the main source of Spider-Man's damage. After the special ends, the fracture debuff kickstarts a short but steady legacy of damage. Never stand in front of that swing, kiddos. Special 3, the friendly but painful neighborhood shell. This special attack can only be activated once per fight. When activated, expend all hits in the combo meter. Combo shields cannot prevent this expenditure. After the special, Spider-Man gains an indefinite fury passive, raising attack rating by 1% for each hit expended. Max of 1,000%. Up to 1,000 hits can be expended by this ability. Hits in the persistent combo meter cannot be expended and do not count towards this fury. Developer note, you'll know how I keep highlighting the word any in the phrase. If Spider-Man loses his combo for any reason, well, this special is also a reason. Use the special first to gain those juicy benefits off those special 1s and special 2s. You could also use the special to gain this insane fury passive, although this special is not so ideal for that purpose. If you have more than 1,000 hits in the combo meter, when activating the special, only 1,000 hits would be expended, and you would have some leftover hits. Again, 1,000 hits is just so many, I can't imagine that scenario. Signature ability, Sacrifice the Spider. If Spider-Man ever lost his combo due to any reason, he can activate both the modes for the rest of the fight. Signature ability allows Spider-Man to gain benefits of both great power and great responsibility. Isn't that what Spider-Man is supposed to be? A friendly neighborhood hero ready to do anything for the people of New York City? Amen. All right, synergy bonuses. You got Spider-Verse Heroes for indestructible passive, Spider-Verse Sinister 6, opponent's inability to accuracy modification, symbiosis. This Spider can do without Venom, Carnage, Red Goblin, Venom Pool, Null, Summon Symbiote, Degen Resistance, Energized Buffs. There's so much here, but we're already getting close to 10 minutes, and I do not like it when my videos go to 10 minutes. Kingpin, Spider-Man, 20% chance to prevent the opponent from purifying debuffs. Each time Kingpin gains an overpower buff, 50% chance to gain an additional one. That's awesome. Recommended Masters, Parry and Despair, and that is that. Well, y'all, I'm sorry this video got to 10 minutes, but at the same time, we'll wrap it up here. RSAGRAWAL I'm sorry if I always butcher your name. You're the real MVP. Not all heroes wear capes, YouTube. Maybe he's wearing a cape right now. I don't know. But assuming he's not, his hard work on this is incredible, and I hope Kabam hires him. He has so many great ideas for so many champions that would make you enjoy the game more, because a lot of you already have OG Spider-Man as a 5-star or 6-star. You just don't have any use for him. So thank you for the feedback, sir. Always appreciated. Have a good one.